I'm Brittni Kellom, the executive director and founder of Just Speak. I started this advocacy as a young person who had just experienced the most horrific 4 years of their life. I was a victim of child sexual abuse, severe child sexual abuse, by the hands of my biological father. But during those 4 years, I was also probably the most active that I have been in my entire life. I was involved in tennis, track, dance. I was in a youth theater troupe. I was going to a great school that nurtured me intellectually, and so I was getting straight A's there. I also had a mother that was extremely intentional. She was unconditional. And from those two things, I understood the importance of having movement in the body and having one adult that is absolutely crazy about you, no matter what. And these are the core values of the MOVE program and the core values of the organization Just Speak. We believe that trauma is held in the body, it's held in the muscles and the tissues. And the only way to release that is through movement, because where the body goes, the mind follows. And trauma is felt in the body first. It's not something that happens in our brains and we process there. Actually, it's quite the opposite. Trauma is such a disruption to the sensory system that you have to learn to be at home in the body before you can do anything else. And this is extremely true for youth, especially youth whose trauma is not always going to be what we typically think of physical, sexual, or emotional abuse. It could be dealing with the incarceration of parents. It could be growing up in an impoverished environment and growing up in an urban city like Detroit, surviving a pandemic, grieving the loss of a parent or a friend. There are lots of things in society now and in general that constitute as a trauma, because trauma depends on the person. So Just Speak operates, and our MOVE program operates with the belief that children need to be seen, that we need to go into spaces saying, not if something bad happens, but when something bad happens, we can teach children the tools they need to survive, continue on, self-regulate, and be resilient. And these are skills that do have to be taught. They're not something that, unfortunately, despite popular belief, we're born with these ideas. They have to be taught, just like math, just like science, just like critical thinking, or any sort of academic subject that's learned in the school. So that means that we're doing the good work where $50,000 from the Gucci Changemaker Fund would be transformative. It would allow us to expand our programs in ways that move beyond virtual settings, as well as our current model, which is partnering with schools or other youth-centered spaces. We'd be able, for the first time, to truly explore standing alone in an in-person space, but providing our own insular program to the youth of the city of Detroit. This means that they would have our 45 to 60-minute sessions that are facilitated by adults. This means that we could provide restore kits where youth could have the experience of mindfulness, self-regulation, and resilience right in their own hands, whether they're at home or on the go, with their own personal yoga mat, essential oils, breathing tools, cards for affirmations, all things that they can pick and choose and develop their own habit and lifestyle change of mindfulness that they'll not only use with us in our program, but take with them for a lifetime. I can't think of a better organization, and not because I found it, but just because of the good and great intentional work that we do that would be more deserving of this grant fund. It would be an amazing opportunity, and we have loved sharing a little bit about what we do, and we look forward to sharing more. But not just myself, the organization and the platform of Just Speak and our MOVE program is truly an example of being a change agent in the community. We believe that children can reimagine themselves no matter how many times it takes to be successful. And we're committed with all of our moxie and beliefs to making that happen for children around the world.